Alrighty guys, well, how's everybody going now, eh? Hey, just a big old Canadian, eh? Brought him out a green feed bale. Got it all unrolled out. A little bit of everything in here. Mostly wheat. This is a bale that Cambites brought over as a replacement. And there's a fair amount of grain in it. You can see it in the turd. See that? You can see the grain here, here, here. It's all over in their manure. But some of it they would have digested for themselves too. There's also some kochia in it. But it all makes decent feed. Hey girls. That one there, she's just into her third calf. This spring will be her third calf. She could stand to use a few extra groceries, that one. But as they get older, she'll fill in more and she'll be a good cow yet. As long as she doesn't turn into a psycho biatch. But the stuff is nice and green. It looks good. So... just giving you all a pic of the cows. Moo. Moo cow. This one's a heifer. And she had her first calf back in the spring. And that black one right there is a heifer. She had her first calf back in the spring. And there's two more out here that were heifers that calved back in the spring. So they're just heading into their second calving. Now some guys would call them heiferettes. That's a heiferette right there. She had her first calf back in the spring. This one is going into her third calf. Right, girls? Not too much longer, they won't be getting bales anymore. They'll be on the ground up, chopped up, high quality feed. So, anyways, let's get on back to the yard and get on to other stuff. Talk to you then. Well, good morning, everybody. How the heck y'all doing this morning? It's kind of a nice day so far today. A little warmer. It's not so bad. I don't know. 0 Celsius, something like that. It's still white. I got a little red plugged in. He spent the night outside. He's going to be spending the night outside for the next little bit until we get this sucker fixed up. So what have I got going on here? Well, jacked her up. So I jack it up right off the main sidewall pedestal right here. And then I do it again at the front one over here. Jack's not on because I block it then right as close as I can to the axle assembly. And I'll just leave that jack under it. Got her back tire off. So I could probably work at hacking this sumbitch out where it sits. But I'm not sure if I'm going to or not. I don't know what the hell's going on in here. I'm not 100% sure what they friggin' did here. Things look weird. I could work at cutting some of this weld off, but I'm not sure if that's somewhat sleeved or not, or what the fuck is going on here. They got some funky fucking shit going on, these Kuhn guys. So But we definitely got to get this apart. So, tearing this stuff apart. Anyway, basically, what holds this axle assembly in? Well, the whole fucking thing pivots right there. See that? It's just front to back. It's individual side-to-side axle, walking beam axle. And it's one bolt right here that holds it all in. So you take that bolt out, and then on here, this is a big long shaft that runs right through all that piping, and it goes into a round pinhole on the back end back there. So I got to pull this shaft out, this sucker. What that's going to be like, I really don't know. Shouldn't be too bad, because Christ, we just had it off last fall when we rebuilt these friggin' walking beam axles, right? I don't think it's going to be... Oh, see that? It's coming out already, see? So it's not going to be that big a deal getting that shaft out. See that? And it's already out of the backside because the back of that tilted down. So what I got to do now, I got to get one of my floor jacks underneath this walking beam axle assembly. Otherwise it's going to be kind of a bugger. So let's do that, right? And he's going to be heavy on the one side because the hub is on the back side. And that spindle broke once before. And the previous owner was a cheap bugger. And he didn't get it fixed proper. I think he stole that hub out of a friggin' combine of some sort. So you just do that. And then you can slide that right out. So I'm gonna grab a pair of gloves. Where did I put in my gloves? That goes there. Just like so. One-handed, see that? Guess we fixed it proper last year. There. Out. Set him up on the bench out of the way. Like that. And then we lower this. So that it gets past that point right there. The whole walking beam has to get past that point right there. And then we can slide it out. Like so. Ta-da! One-handed. How about that? Pulled her all out. No biggie, right? You gotta like that shit. Now just to get in, we'll stand it up so we could get a closer look at this and go from there. I'll bring you guys back in a bit. Alrighty guys. So I took a torch and I burned the paint off the backside. I know the lighting ain't that good right there for you guys, but there, how's that? A little better? Now, to me, it doesn't even look like that shaft comes through the backside. It looks like they just butted it up to the face over here and ran a bead around it. And then ran a bead over here. That's what it looks like to me. I guess the one thing to do, like I just talked to Ryan at Straight Pipes, and he said he was going to bring his plasma cutter over, but I think until he gets here, I'm going to attack this friggin' bead with the torch and just try and peel the edge off of it a little bit and see what I can find out here. Because I could almost guarantee you that's just butted up to right there and that's it. And then they did have a hole drilled through the face part, this one, and just ran it straight through. That's what it looks like to me anyways. Alrighty, I'll bring you back here in a little bit when I peel that off. Talk to you then. Alrighty guys, so I think I'm still right with what I did, but because of the way it was welded all the way around, I couldn't get my torch in there proper, so I just ended up cutting the son of a bitch straight across, and now it's coming out this side. See that? I put a bar in there, pried her up, and she's working her way out. And then we'll get in there and we'll clean that up more after this fucking thing is completely gone. But this is all two-handed kind of work, and you got to be careful that this, it's just kind of sitting on the floor here. So I got to be careful that it doesn't fall over. Anyway, let's get at her and get that fucker out of there before it cools, because the steel will shrink as it cools and get tight on that friggin' shafting. So bring you back in a minute. Alrighty, well, we got it cut right down. That right there is the face of the inside part of this chunk of steel right here. So I got all that gobby shit to get out of there. So yeah, all they did was butt it up to here, put a weld on it, and put a weld on the outside. That was it. So maybe I can put a gusset on the underside here a little bit. That'll help hold it, even though the weight is going to be pulling up, but at least then it's pulling on this part here. So I was going to sleeve it, but who knows how many loads this thing has hauled before I got it. So I think I'll just friggin' run with it like this. So I got my die grinder here. It's an electric one, and we're going to attack that with the die grinder to clean it up. Back in a bit. Hey! So
come to the square to have a ball.
Ryan stopped in to give me a hand. We're just getting this thing all set in. I got it all cleaned up inside. As good as I'm going to clean it right now anyway. And yeah, this fucking shaft, Kuhn, what they did, they just dropped it through the friggin' hole. Flat inside there. They didn't even run a hole all the way through, and just fucking butt welded it on the inside, and then a Mickey Mouse fucking weld on top. But then you guys saw what happened, flexing, and she fucking popped. So we've got it tacked, and tacked in 3 points inside. So now the idea is to heat it up.
Preheat her up with the torch.
Yeah, preheat the shaft.
Actually penetration
into the shaft
instead of just into here.
Right. And we're going to try welding the inside first, right?
We can, yeah. We'll maybe tack this up a little bit better so it don't tweak on us, because we got it. Did you tell them about the couple degrees we're supposed to have?
No, but I can.
So you might as well.
According to Kuhn, this shaft is supposed to have a 2-degree angle put on it. 2-degree angle down. And this is the bottom here. So we've basically got that according to our square. We're running about a 2-degree angle. Maybe 3. But what the fuck, right? Whatever. And the whole idea is for when you load the machine up, it flexes and then your tire runs straight when it's got a full load on it. So anyway, now we're gonna fucking heat, and we'll start to weld, I guess. Could be interesting getting in to some of these tight spots, but I think we have the technology. Talk to you later. Looks like shit, but I don't care as long as it holds.
They're gonna tell you should have a rosebud.
I got a rosebud. I'm just too fat and lazy to put it on.
So wrong with that, you're heating both up. So.
This will be good enough. Who knows how much stress that thing was on before we even bought this machine. And there he goes. He's out of here. And that tire is mounted. This is all put back in. So basically we just lift it up with the floor jack. You guys saw me take it out. So now same thing going back in. That's all welded in, triple passed. So, but right now the shaft is still, it's cooling. It's almost to the point now where we can throw the hub on without burning the fucking rear seal out of the hub. Maybe what I'll do is take the friggin' wire brush. I'll wire brush this a little bit. And I'll throw some fucking paint on the son of a bitch. I've actually got paint here for it. So, mind you, the paint will probably be way too goddamn cold. But, yeah, she's all fixed up and ready to rock and roll, basically, again. Right, Mocha? Yeah. That tail's gonna wag so hard, it's gonna cause your body to fucking fall apart. Okay, so paint right here. It's gonna be thick. Okay, I will get some paint on there and I'll bring you guys back once I warm this paint up a little bit. Talk to you then. Okay guys, well, it wasn't a perfect orange match. It's off. And because the paint is cold, it's pretty runny. But anything is better than nothing, and that looks better than it did. So, there. Now, we'll just let that dry a little bit. The steel is still warm, so it'll dry. We'll go feed some cows again for tonight, so I don't have to worry about it tomorrow, and then I'll get the hub put on and throw the tire on, and she's ready to rock and roll again. Sweet! Okay. We'll talk to you guys when I come back and get the tire on her. Alrighty, well there it is. The hub is on. The orange paint I got is a little off, but that's okay. Anything's better than nothing. So I gotta get my jack under that pillar there because these blocks are in the way of the tire with this pillar right here. And then I can get that tire on. So... yeah. Anyway, back in a bit. Big old stretch there, eh, Moki? Well, there he be. All put back together. Woohoo! Oh yeah. You gotta like them beans, right? So, and I don't know if we're set just the way it should be or not, but you know what? It'll be good enough for me. So now we can get back to work at hauling more shit and see if we can smash it all to get up again, right? This one is actually cambered a lot more than it's supposed to be. You can actually see that. And because that hub and spindle is the wrong size, whoever rebuilt this one, the back one here, because that's not the right hub for this machine. I don't know where they got it from, but whoever did this didn't get it set just the way it's supposed to be. So these ones are better. They're more true. Anyways, got that fixed. That's another job off the list. Oh, feels good to have that done. Anyway, if you guys get a chance, get on over to Straight Pipe Acres. Give them a big old shout out to Straight Pipes. Let him subscribe to his channel and let him know that I sent you over there. Thank you to everybody that has subscribed to my channel. to myself and CP. Got us over 1,000. Maybe now we can get monetized and make a couple pennies off of some of these videos. But there you go. How to remove the axle assembly out of a Kuhn 2044 ProPush. How to replace the stub axle or hub axle. There you go. That's how she gets done. Anyway, thumbs up, comment, subscribe. Fun, fun, fun. Let's get her done. We'll catch you guys all later.